My name's Derek Connor. I'm a support worker. I work for Quarriers. I've been working with them for 10 years. I've been doing this line of work for over 20 years now. I have had extensive training over those 20 years. Sometimes it actually feels like you're always on training. Actually, there's so much training involved. I also have a higher educational certificate in person-centred approaches. I really, really enjoy the work I do. Just now I work with someone with an acquired brain injury. The work is very intensive, but it's a really rewarding role. Each day I'm learning something new about the person's support, even after 5 years with them. As his needs change, my skills change as well, and I'm learning new things. The government promised to provide £12 per hour for social care staff starting in the 1st of April 2023. The government hasn't done this, and this is really, really affecting all support workers as well as myself. The cost of living crisis, inflation, all of these things have made it almost impossible for someone on £10.90 an hour to really live. You can survive, but you can't really live. My mortgage has been up by £300. My travel has been up by 38%. Food in the shops has been up. Council tax is up. But our wages haven't stayed in line with this. Our wages haven't stayed in line with inflation ever. I've been doing this work for 20 years now, and in all that time, our wages have been really low and really far behind every other sector. It used to be if you worked in McDonald's, you were making about the same rate, or if you were stacking the shelf, you were making about the same rate, but you didn't need to have the skills or the training we have. And now, all of those jobs make more money than we do. In all these years I've been doing this work, I haven't really questioned if I should be doing something else, because I actually really do love my job and I'm really passionate about the work I do. But at times I feel very frustrated, angry, and sometimes pretty depressed, because I'm giving so much of myself, and the Scottish Government has valued that at £10.90 an hour. Now, that's how much the government thinks I'm worth, where they've managed to find pay increases for train drivers, the police, fire brigade, nurses, doctors. Every day someone's going on strike and they're getting a pay rise. But because support workers work for so many different organisations and charities, we can never come together and do a national strike. And because we're represented by different unions, or not in unions at all, because let's face it, paying £15 a month or something to be in a union can be a lot of money for someone who is on such a low wage. So we are always left behind, and there's never a voice strong enough to stand up for us. And as a support worker, I feel invisible, and I feel embarrassed at times to say I'm a support worker, because everybody knows our wages are so rubbish. As a support worker, I spend my time trying to ensure the person I support has the best life possible. But support workers, on the whole, really can't have that standard of life themselves. And all of us surely are entitled to live the best life possible. But how can support workers live the best life possible when they're being paid £10.90 an hour? How can you afford to go on decent holidays, buy new clothes, look after your family if you have a family, your children? How can you do all of these things when inflation is so high, cost of living, the cost of everything is so high, but our wage hasn't risen to the same level? I would like to see the Scottish Government address these issues now, because I think it's time that they took the needs of social care workers seriously. We've been left behind nearly every other sector, and I think problems have come to a head now. It's hard to recruit staff, and it's hard to maintain staff. And for the staff who stay with organisations, the morale can be really low because of the high turnover of staff, the extra work we have to do, and all for £10.90 an hour. It's important that everyone who works in social care feel they're worth something, regardless if you work with adults or children. Everyone who works in these services deserve an equal wage, and they all are highly skilled. They've all had years of training, so it's important that everyone across the board receives this uplift to at least £12 an hour.